invitation in
Oh, by the way,
a different
I
different servers.
might be gone for like 15 minutes halfway through.
It's fine.
So
Don't
if
worry.
I just randomly disappear, I'll be back.
Okay, that's fine. Beaksy's invite showed up and then disappeared, so I'll ping him. At Beaksy.
And invite me too.
One more, please.
Is it on Twitch?
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't make me watch advertisements while I'm checking my stuff. That would really suck.
If you're on about Twitch, I don't have ads on. I shouldn't have ads on, but
Let me go ahead and.
wow, Freya, I see how it is.
Why does my mic sound so quiet though? That's the only thing I don't like. And I'm not sure how to make it sound louder.
So you need to add someone else.
Oh, that's fine.
Beaks' invites are going through. So if you look in the pre-race,
Try to invite me.
If I put this in the commentary chat for you, this is the person you need to add.
Okay, cool. Well, it's gonna show up on stream because.
That's fine.
Oh, there's two of them. Whatever. One of them
I'll let you know.
One of them will respond.
Yeah, I think it's the PS one.
Okay. I have pending invitations. Beaksy sent me another one. Once I get in, obviously, I'll just invite you, RJ.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's in.
There he is. Alright, let's go.
Oh my god, I've been in long.
Thank you, retardist.
Is that China?
It is China.
Yeah.
EA being EA. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guitarist, my
There was
goat.
a big EA issue yesterday with some servers, so they're probably still having a couple issues. So,
Is
yeah,
my mic? Hold on. No, you're good. Sorry, my mic just sounds super quiet, and I'm not sure what to do.
So if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure the host will be either KT Beaksy or Ilo Spaceboy each week, depending on who can show up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is the point, brethren.
there's 8 people. If I just look at the race attendance, see who we're waiting on.
Okay.
High Wire, Dave, Jody. Yeah, High Wire, Dave, Jody. We're waiting on. Geordie, sorry.
Okay.
We might have to push back the start though because of the issues that we've had.
That's all right. Settings. Oh shoot. Okay, there it is. Alright, does my mic sound louder now? I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, sounds louder on stream.
Okay, good. Alright, that's what I needed then. See, I know how to do tech stuff.
Yeah. So Beaks has said we're inviting people as soon as everyone is in. We go.
So we need 10 Tynedrin, Space Boy.
That's so Tynedrin is at the top. We've got baseball. We've got Chris, Yori, Katie.
So
We're waiting on. Yeah, so Tanindran, we've got 10 out of 22 people are in. We should have 13 drivers. I'm pretty sure.
Yori, Katie, Highwire, obviously Beaksy, 40, Dave, Jordy.
I know we're just waiting on the one now.
Gabor.
Yeah, I'm not sure with that one, to be honest with you.
I'll just call him 007.
Okay.
Like James Bond.
Everyone in, we can start.
Alright.
So I shall mute because of the echo and stuff like that, but I'll still be hearing you and VC and that.
Okay. Well, RJ and I are just going to do what we normally do.
Yeah, go for it. Enjoy. Thanks for coming and joining again.
Absolutely.
Nearly started. How are you, Indigo?
Tired. I got off of a shift and then had to walk an hour home from work, so that wasn't exactly fun. It wasn't what I planned to. It's not how I planned to get home either, but I don't have a car, so, you know. How about you?
Just busy day at college, really.
Oh, right. You have college, I have work. I keep forgetting you're in college. I know it's different in the UK, but still.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is just a test race, obviously. But I am rather intrigued to see how these drivers, like, their different skill sets between one another. Because I have no idea who these people are aside from Beaksy, obviously.
I'm in the same boat.
So, I know what Beaksy's capable of.
Bod and Joe Clark races in this league, but
Bod should start racing from next week, hopefully. So that'll be another familiar face.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and get the details and stuff up. Best lap, telemetry, track map. Boom. Alright, so who's first on track? If I had to take a guess, something in me says it's going to be Tynedrin. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my ultra instinct.
Oh,
And what do you know? I was incorrect. That is most definitely not the Aston Martin. It's the Williams of 007. Actually,
also, these go now on medium tires.
mediums.
Yep, why not? You know.
Are you serious? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm serious.
I
I see
thought
someone on Indeed as well.
they are definitely. This is definitely just a mess around session for sure. Then, I was like, when you said that, I thought maybe you were just messing around.
Yeah.
There's an Alpine.
So-
2 people with Inters.
I'll probably,
Inters
if
is
I
one, think.
know a couple things, I might just kind of butt in a little bit. Beaks, he likes to do a little bit of a quick run on mediums before he switches to the softs, just so he kind of, you know, gets the track, gets a base time, and then he'll go the softs to try and get as quick as he can.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting tactics.
Yeah.
I know in F1 esports they go on intermediates for the first lap to see if the force feedback's all good and that.
Yeah, and then in our league, you know, you do remember, or Dragon used to do that too, right?
Yeah.
I always thought that was a bit odd because I was like, why? Because he used to do it for like 2-3 laps, and then the last one would be the one he would finish out on, which is a bit odd. Beaksy is using a lot of ERS for an outlap.
Strange.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's cooking, but believe it or not, he's going to be the first one to the line. So we're going to follow him and see what kind of standard he sets for the rest of the track. What's a fast time? Yeah, or maybe not, because he's not going to have time. He's not going to have enough ERS to get through a whole lap. I don't think so. It might be close, but especially on the final straight, I don't think he'll have enough. So what do you think is a fast time around here? Because I have no idea what times are like in F124, at least on China.
I think it's like 1:19, maybe? I can't remember. I barely race it.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I've raced on this track in an F1 game,
Yeah.
let alone F124.
Oh, it wasn't on the calendar for a while, wasn't it? It was only came back last year, I think.
Potentially?
With COVID and that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea.
And they delayed it another year,
Mm-hmm.
even though COVID had ended. But I guess they can do what they like.
Yeah. Now, if Beaksy comes out here and sets a faster time than the rest of the grid on mediums with not a lot of ERS,
Oh, not 1:19, I meant like 1:30s. That would be silly.
Oh my goodness, if it was a 119, that would be the craziest hacks. My goodness. Maybe if a F1 car had a jet engine and was bunny hopping. Alright, coming to the line now. Beaksy going to set the first lap. I know he's on mediums, but he's going to set a 134. The Williams behind is going to also set a 134. David should be the next one. No, this is Jordan. That's the next one. Oh, Jordan's invalidated, so it is going to be David. All right, David running up the final corner now. It's going to be, it might be a little faster than Beaksy's time. Maybe a 133? Yeah, 133.1. It's not bad. The Alpine. Yeah, the Alpine has invalidated, unfortunately, so Chalden is next. And Chalden is the one on inters. So I don't know why my game isn't showing me what tires everyone's on. There we go. Now it is. I had to like update it or something. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, so I've noticed that in the top corner, it's showing the right tyre. Then as soon as they set a lap, it's showing the correct tyre on there on the leaderboard.
Okay.
Chris is usually a very fast driver in open lobbies. So I can see potential for him to do well here in the league.
Okay. So, did you want to join in on the commentary, or was it like?
I don't mind. I'll probably but I'll leave you to the main commentary. If I've got any information, I'll probably just jump in and
Oh, okay. All right.
Figure it out.
Now I'm up to because you caught me off guard. That's okay. You're good. I just wasn't prepared for it. But it
It's
is,
fine, don't worry.
yeah, it is no problem.
Most are just Inter's laps, which are not going to get anywhere near the provisional part this time. We've just got the racing balls. I'm sure that bit was validated.
I'm watching Ttyb right now.
And that's the margin.
I think that
ERS deploy. Can't use any more left.
that might be a 131 though. Oh, 130, 132. That'll put him in second though. That's pretty good. Katie's on a lap right now. They are also using the inters. So we've got a lot of people on inters right now, like you said. I don't know that anybody's really setting a serious. I think the only serious lap is the one that 40 set, being the 131.9. Also, 40's running without a teammate today, and like I know it's a test race still, but just pointing that out. Highware's heading into the pits, or not. Oh, I was not paying attention to ERS. Highwire is starting a lap now, and the Ferrari's about to come across the line, so the 155. Oh, a little bit of an incident for Jordan. Jordy. I don't know why my instinct is to just say Jordan. But truth be told, I think Jordan is probably, this is probably an in-lap if I had to take a guess. Katie on their enters lap. What are they going to set coming across the line? It's not going to be the fastest enters lap, but it's not terrible. 137.5.
And you're the straight for the
Yeah, I figured. Whoa. I think Spaceport was getting out of the way of somebody. Was that the Mercedes that went by? It looked like, I think so. No. He is the Mercedes. I meant... Is that a Red Bull? RB.
Well, Highwire's actually going quite quick, but he's had a little moment coming out of the fast corner. It's not going to be good for this exit on this straight. He's using all of his ERS.
Everything he's got heading into these final couple of corners.
It's Apex nicely.
Oh, I feel like that exit was a little slow. I think that's going to hurt him. Yeah, this time this is going to be an improvement.
And he's invalidated as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that. And even if he hadn't, it wouldn't have been worth anything. That's unfortunate. Oh, Katie is up on their lap time by quite a decent margin. What did that say? I think it said up by 3/10.
Yeah, 3/10.
Coming in the final corner now. Or the final two corners. I don't know why I keep thinking that's the final. I know the track layout. I promise. Now heading. Oh, that was definitely a bailout. That was a bailout and about one more turn away from a Hamilton. But I think that's everyone on the lap right now. I mean, Yuri is on a lap, but I don't think they're going to set another Inter's lap. I highly doubt it. Highware.
Adrian is about to finish one. No, he's backed off.
Yeah, it's Adrian who's definitely heading into the pits too. I think that's just about everything going on because I highly doubt Yuri setting another Inter's lap. And Highwire needs to get off those old softs. So, I do see someone's on an out lap. I think it's 007. It is 007. L. LeGabre. Oh, Jordy's out too now. So I think this will be the first of the actual final laps, or the more serious laps anyway. Because the only ones that I saw, I think it's just the top 5 really. We're all pretty close together, though.
Well,
even the ones
Ferrari
on the
hasn't
inters.
done a soft lap time.
Yeah, Yuri has a chance to set a really good lap time. If that's a time on inters, I imagine they're pretty fast. Oh, and 40's retired.
I think James Bond is going to be the next one to start a lap.
I do too, unless Jordy speeds all the way up like Beaksy did. Beaksy was not the first one on track. He just overtook everyone that was ahead of him and then started his lap. And now he's in 4th place. I wonder why 40 retired though. It wasn't a crash out or a DNF. I mean,
I think it's just I just want to comment. I just want to have a spectator look on the setup. He thinks his time is good enough.
that is some supreme confidence for there to be 6 minutes left still. But I'm not mad at that. But here goes James Bond. Look at the first couple of corners. Actually took those turns pretty well for what it's worth. It's gonna be down on his time, but he has plenty of time to make that up for sure. Heading into sector 2 now, and not too far behind them, Jordy is also on a lap with the Ferrari behind, who is not on a lap. So hopefully we won't have any interference. James Bond is still down on their time, even coming out of sector 2. This one might be a bust unless they can find. There we go. Finally, a little bit of improvement. 1/10 up. Almost 2/10 up, actually. But they need a little more than that if they want to get pole. They need a lot more than that, actually. Coming down the straight, using everything they've got. Jordy behind. Not sure if they're making any improvements at the moment. I didn't get the little pop-up that tells me.
He's used all the ERS in the straight.
Mm-hmm.
Barely got any left for the last few corners.
I think it will still be an improvement, albeit not by much, but an improvement nonetheless. I'll bring them. Yeah, Jordy. Oh, Jordy might have just invalidated. How? How did they not invalidate there? That's interesting. Well, Jordy's going to put it in 7th place. Who is behind them? It wasn't the Ferrari's on an outlap. Is it the McLaren? It is the McLaren. The McLaren is up by 2 seconds, which is what they would need to be in at least 3rd. But we could be looking at 2nd.
Ooh.
Pole position from Chalden with a 1:31.6. Now, keep in mind, who was it that hadn't set a lap on? Actually,
it was the Ferrari. I think most of them hadn't done soft laps yet.
Kitty, Katie, and Yuri have not done soft laps. And Katie's invalidated, so they'll be starting their next lap soon. But the Ferraris... Oh, no, the McLaren also... Oh, I keep going back and forth. I literally just did the same thing twice. Katie is going back into the pits, actually. But the Ferrari is on a lap and is up on their time. I believe the Williams is on a lap, too. No, he's not. Someone just jumped up to the front of the grid. I didn't see who it was. Was that Dave? No, David's on a lap as well. Let's just follow the Ferrari.
That was Space Boy.
It was Space Boy. I think that's Space Boy's first lap overall. Williams getting out of the way or not getting out of the way. May have been a little bit of impeding there. Yeah, that's going to hurt Jordy's lap time for sure. That could have been much better. That was definitely a little bit of impeding. But behind, Yuri is probably going to take pole here. It's looking like they will. Yeah, 1:31.1. My goodness. That is a rapid time. So Charlton has the opportunity to take that away, but when they come back, obviously, this a lap is over. But David's going to put it on 6th. Huh?
They will have enough time to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't realize Beaksy was on a lap too. Beaksy's going to be rounding out the final corner shortly, and although it won't be a pole lap, it'll be probably 5th. Yeah, it's exactly.
Exactly right.
5th place for Beaksy. The McLaren should, or not the McLaren. I was going to say the Mercedes should be next, but that's wrong too. So David is on a lap. It's just Dave. I work with somebody named David, so every time I see Dave, I just instantly think it's that name. Let's just follow Dave for now. Dave is down on their time though, so I'm not so sure if it's going to hurt them. This is the second lap I've seen where the person was down on the first and second sector, but it's always possible to make up that time in the third sector anyway. The Ferrari is slowing down. I'm not sure what's happening there. Maybe building ERS for the next lap. That's what I imagine they're doing. Going on another lap on those softs is interesting, though, because I do think they have time to just pit for more.
No, they wouldn't. The pit lane and getting in and changing tyres would take too long at this stage.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and start their lap now. And Dave is just going to the pits, so that's it for Dave anyway.
It's over.
I think Haywire.
Right now.
Aww. Beaksy starting another lap too. Tynydren's going to be starting another lap. And Chalden needs to be quick. Chalden has a chance to set another lap too. Katie needs to set a lap for sure. They will have time though. They're not too far out. But Yuri, I'm going to see what kind of time Yuri's going to set. Maybe they can improve on their already pole position lap. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there. Catching it in time. There is a McLaren in front. I believe that is Chalden. Yeah, it is. Yuri is down on their time, though. But, again, they still have the entirety of the third sector to catch it up. And there's a possibility of getting a little bit of a slipstream from the McLaren. I think it will be just that, a little bit of slipstream, yeah. I don't think that's going to be enough to improve on that lap time. I think they're just going to come up a little short. And judging by that last turn, they're most definitely going to come up a little short. Haywire has invalidated. Who else is on a lap? Katie is setting a good lap right now. Beaksy is on their final lap. Coming into the final turn. I do this every lap, the second to last turn. I don't know why I do this every lap. Oh, Beaksy could have set a good lap there. I don't know why he backed off. Why did he back off? He could have set a good lap. Tynydren's going to improve on their lap time. I think Chalden did make it, but now Katie is going to be the next up. 2 seconds up on their lap time. They're going to need a little more than that if they want to crack the top 5. But it may be enough to take 10th or 9th, potentially. Depends on how they handle this last corner, which it did look pretty good. This could be a pretty good improvement. It is a pretty good improvement. My goodness. A 132.3. That was way more than I was expecting. Congratulations. I'm very confused as to why Beaksy would back off on that lap. They were definitely up on their time. And Chalden just threw away their lap too. This is a very interesting situation. I'm not really sure why they're doing that, but that will be qualifying. Yuri's first, Chalden will be second, Fortis is third. Tynydren, whose name I still can't figure out how I want to pronounce, so I'm just going to call them Tan. Tan is in fourth. Katie is in fifth. What?
It's Tanindran.
Tanindran. Tan. I'm screw it. Space Boy is 7th. Dave is 8th. James Bond is 9th. Highwire is 10th. And Jordy is 11th. Shorter grid today. I imagine there will be more people next week when everyone shows up. But that will round out qualifying for the Throttle Till You Bottle pre-season test. That was interesting. I mean, again, I don't really know what to expect from everyone here because I haven't seen anybody race other than Beaksy. But what if there were any? I saw a few validations. Oh my goodness, there was a few this and next lap invalidations.
Just a heads up for you guys, in the commentary chat, I'll put the track map so you know exactly what corner's number is what.
That is beautiful. Thank you.
I'll do that for every race.
I will greatly appreciate that because my track turn memory is horrible. I have that up on my screen too. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. I think RJ went to step away for a little bit, so.
I can always try and help out if I can. I haven't done much commentating before, but...
Okay. So I usually do like the play-by-play.
Yeah. The only thing is, because I can't run the game, I'm having to watch through the actual stream.
All right, well, 5 red lights, China, and away we go. Yori's going to lead us off the grid. Looks like everyone got it off pretty cleanly. There weren't any stalls. The McLaren isn't... McLaren is going to stick it up the inside instantly. I think they're going to get the move done as well. They're going to hold it right down the inside. Ferrari's going to have to back off a little bit. I didn't see anybody go 3 wide, which is nice. Tan is going to be sitting right behind them. The Mercedes is going a little bit wide and maybe losing a couple positions. The Ferrari actually makes it out cleanly, although there almost was a tiny bit of contact. The Aston Martin and the Mercedes going for a bit of a dive. The Mercedes is going to make a little bit of contact and end up getting pushed off the track. Whew. But for the most part, everyone made it through turn 1 fairly quickly for one, and fairly cleanly. You'll love to see it. And I think this is where we're going to start to see people space out. Beaksy is going to be under pressure behind from the Ferrari, from the Red Bull. The Red Bull is backing off though. The two McLarens are very position hungry. They're both sticking their nose in anywhere they can get them. Seeing a little bit of bumping in the back of the grid between ironically, the 2 Red Bulls, if you want to consider them that, the RB Cash Up car and the real Red Bull. I'm also very intrigued to see how they're going to handle the DRS and ERS trains on the straight, which is very much so popular. What is happening in the back of the grid with the Mercedes? The Mercedes defending all the way across the middle of the track. You guys do know it's the first lap, right? The Williams is trying to fight off both the RB and the Red Bull. I think the Red Bull is just going to play it safe now. I think everything is on strict corner cutting, so we could potentially see some penalties at the end of the race, but I'm going to go ahead and get the telemetry and stuff up, the lap data, and obviously the tires everyone's on. So mostly everyone is on the hard tire, actually, and we've only got 4 people running the medium, so nobody is running the softs, which I'm really not surprised. This track would murder the soft tires on this game. Actually, I'm going to pull up. Let's see what position swaps are looking like right now. Oh my goodness. 40s has lost 5 positions. Space Cowboys lost 2. Both Dave and James Bond have gained 2. And just about everyone else has either gained 1 position or lost 1 position. So position swaps haven't been too crazy aside from 40, obviously. Which I don't know what happened there. Because 40 wasn't involved in that collision with the Mercedes, I don't believe. So I'm not sure what would cause that to happen. But some possible race strategies, we could see a medium to medium. I don't think there's going to be any rain this race, as I'm seeing 40 try to make a move on the inside of the Williams. It didn't work the first time, but now that they've got the ERS and DRS, they're going to go right through. Get the position cleanly. Hopefully we'll see some teamwork, because they need to... Oh, the Williams is going to stick his nose right back through in there. How is the Red Bull going to handle this, though? They're not just going to let them through. Obviously, no. They're going to push them a little bit. They're going to hold on to the position for the time being. Now, what I have noticed is Beaksy has the top 4 is in a world of their own. They're all right behind one after another. But between Katie and Beaksy, there is a 2-second gap, as I just saw 40 make an overtake on Gaber. I think really this is the only battling happening at the moment. It's just been these two going back and forth. Because the ones at the front are all pretty... They're not super spaced out, but they're spaced out enough that no overtakes are really happening. I think this is going to be a relatively chill race. I think everyone should be tire saving. This is a lengthy race on a track that will eat up your tires. And there's two pretty big DRS zones. The main straight and obviously the one in Sector 3 heading into Turn 14. And I feel like a lot more overtakes are going to be happening there. Although, I know you can, if you want to, obviously you can make an overtake in Sector 2. Like at maybe a little bit before Turn 7 and heading into Turn 6. But I don't know that people are going to be brave enough to do that. Not with these tires. Especially not with the softs. But those are truly going to be desperate times, especially if you're trying to overtake in Turn 7.
And with it being pre-season testing as well, people are going to be using this as an opportunity to gauge how the other drivers race and their tactics.
Exactly. And honestly, I'm as a spectator / commentator, I'm trying to gauge that as well. As I just saw Gaber get a 3-second time penalty for warning, so I feel like that kind of confirms that strict corner cutting is on, because on normal there's no way you would have gotten a penalty by this point, not by the 4th lap.
Yeah, we are running strict.
Okay, good to know. So after that little incident in the beginning of the race, the Mercedes is still sitting in 8th place. And I just think it's funny that even with that, the Mercedes still hasn't lost the most positions on the map in the game. Is actually, I'm starting to notice the top 4 is bundling up a little more. Katie has caught up to Tan. And although we won't see an overtake, at least for the next couple of corners, we might see an overtake on the straight, potentially. And truthfully, the Ferrari of Yuri could go for one, too. Let's see how they want to play this out. They all have the DRS. Aston's going to be following close behind, too. Let's follow from Katie's perspective. Oh, no, the Ferrari is not going to make a move. It just looked a lot closer than they were.
Hello, hello, hello.
RJ, welcome back. All you've missed so far, there haven't been any safety cars or anything crazy, but there was a little bit of an incident with a Mercedes that went off the track, and a bit of interesting blocking moves. Right now, the top 4 is pretty jumbled up, and that is pretty much everything that's going on right now, because really this is the only action to follow. Everybody else is pretty spaced out. Now, Beaksy actually... Earlier I mentioned that it was a 2-second gap to Katie, but now it is a 5-second gap. So the top 4 is really starting to pull away from the rest of the grid, and Highwire is really struggling in the back. 10 seconds behind everyone, unfortunately. 40 has caught up to Dave, though. It was originally... Or no, 40 has caught back up to Dave. I apologize. Dave made an overtake on 40 earlier on. I think it was around lap 3. And they've just been chilling there since then.
Yeah. James Bond has a penalty.
Yeah, they do. It was a 3-second corner cutting. That happened about a lap ago. Maybe an overtake.
Oh, little snap from the Ferrari there.
40 pushing it very close behind Dave. I think we will see an overtake from 40 on Dave here. I still don't think we'll see one at the front of the grid. I see they're doing something up there, but I think this is where the action is going to be. It sure is. 40 is going to get right past Dave with ease using the DRS, and obviously a little bit of DRS. Right, I switched that. A little bit of ERS. All the DRS. We'll hold on to that position.
They might have a run into the next corner, though.
I think they might be a little too far back for that. Unless they want to be dangerous and swinging up the inside, which would not be smart. Thankfully, they will not do that. The Red Bull did take a little bit of a wide turn there. Don't think it'll be anything. Yeah, it's not going to result in anything bad. Oh, Dave makes a little bit of a mistake, too. Katie once again is caught up to Tan. I really don't think any of them are going to be making overtakes anytime soon. And even if they do, I feel like they're all kind of pulling each other along. Ooh, Dave now has a 3-second
a few
penalty.
too many off tracks.
And high wires.
Sometimes you like the off-roading, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen much.
Now we could potentially see a move from Katie. Katie is the closest driver to another driver at the current moment. But they're not using ERS at all. Yeah, they're really just playing it safe and holding on until they have to pit. Now, the interesting thing here, though, is that Yori is the only one of the top 4 on the hards. So I don't know how long they intend to stay out. Whoa. Katie just went super wide. That was that was kind of crazy. This has been a very relatively chill race so far. This race is going to come down to strategy 1000% because I don't think there's no way there's going to be any rain, and if there is, it's going to be super late onto the race because like as I'm looking at the clouds and stuff, and like I see a little bit of a darker color towards the back, but it's not significant enough to where there should be any rain to this race. It might get cloudy, but I doubt it.
Yeah, Ttyb is now over a second from Yori, so they're not be getting the DRS advantage this time. Maybe Katie can have a DRS move.
Especially
got a lot of battery saved up.
I was just about to say that.
Ttyb.
And I think maybe that is what Katie was waiting for.
Yeah, they want to get this move done so that they can catch up with the top 2.
And they need to get this move done too, because the more time that Tan loses, then the better it'll be for Yori, especially on those hard tires, since they'll be staying out. So the bigger the gap they can build, the better. Katie has finally made that move, and now they should be able to catch up to the ones in the front with a little time, because I think these two are starting to fight now. At least that's what it looked like. Or maybe they're doing something similar and just letting each other through. Alright. 1 second, guys.
Yep, so we've got mixed strategies. Some's gone hard, some's gone medium tyres. The medium tyres will have the advantage, since they will be the ones being hunted at the end of the race. But I'm sure with those hard tyres, they can probably keep that advantage.
Yeah, I don't, and as well because this is a non-championship point scoring race due to it being the preseason testing, I don't think people are going to fight as much. I think it's just going to be getting used to it and just like I said earlier, judging the opponent's racing.
Yeah, well, it's an important thing to know your opponents and their driving styles. If they're an aggressive person, then you need to leave them more space and things like that. As we can see, Yori's just made a move for first position at the moment. On to lap 9 after this corner.
My deepest apologies.
No worries, mate.
Oh, Yori ended up making the move for on Chow. Oh, huh. When did that happen? Was that over the back straight?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Okay.
Ooh, big tank slapper for Yori there. On the traction, spinning. Ooh,
oh
and
no!
Goes straight on, locks of tires.
Well, that is huge for Katie, who needs to bring that time down by a little bit, and that will absolutely help them. And actually,
that's not good for Yori's tire wear as well.
I'm not entirely sure we won't see rain this race. The clouds are
What
looking
I
pretty dark.
It
What?
seems like higher wire has spun.
I'm
what
not.
I'm gonna do is hopefully in between this race and next Friday, I'll download some programs that I used to run, and I'll get all the weather information live.
Okay, cool. So the problem, I don't have F1 on my PC. I'm actually on my PS5, so I can't use anything. That's why I don't have overlays for my own streams.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tan isn't going to make any moves here. Big Tan is just playing it smart. Yeah, I'm looking at the clouds. I think we might see rain before the race is over. Oh, Tan is actually going to head into the pits. A little bit of an early pit stop. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think we were going to see any pit stops until like lap 13, 14, but I'm not mad at that decision. Beaksy is going to need a heck of a pit stop and or strategy because he's going to need to make up a lot of that time. Oh, and now Gaber has another penalty. I believe that's 6 seconds, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, how spaced out everyone is.
Bond
Yeah.
shown to keep it on track.
With how spaced out everyone is, I don't even know how much that'll affect them. I mean, obviously they have an opportunity to make an overtake on Tan, but I feel like they'd only lose one position if they did make it, you know? Yeah, this truly is a race of strategy. And actually, even if they make the overtake on Tan, it doesn't matter because Tan has much fresher tires. And truth be told, those hards should last to the end of the race. If they work
Possibly. They might struggle at the end. A lot.
Oh, no.
And high wires retired.
Oh, I think that might be an RQ.
If there's a safety car here, it would be. Use it to medium tires is.
As per the rules of the league, retirements happen in the pit lane.
Yeah, that's how mine is too.
Yeah. So I don't think this will safety car. So should still be
That AI
racing.
better not come back out on track.
I don't think it will. It looks like he stopped.
Yeah. We had problems with that this game a lot.
Yeah, we did.
And it just suddenly come back out on track.
It's
like, what you doing?
It's incredibly frustrating. But thankfully it didn't happen here. And now it's just a battle between the top three of who's going to pit first. And
well,
I had to take
Katie hasn't been making an impression on the top two, to be honest. They've just been consistently losing time to the top two.
Exactly, and that's who my prediction was going to be. There's no reason for Yori to pit right now. Honestly, I could see Yori pitting a lap after Chalden. Not even that far ahead or behind. Because there's enough space between all of them that if they pit right now, they should come out around 5th or 6th.
Yep.
Because these two have had incredible pace the entire race. It's really just been them two against the world. Does Chalden head into the pits this lap? No, they do not.
I think we've got a few more laps until that. I reckon lap 13, lap 14.
Which is what I thought the medium runners were going to do. Oh, Beaksy. Beaksy with the 3-second penalty now.
Got Yordi on the softs as well now.
I saw that too. So what Yori and Chalden need at the current moment, what they need is to pit and make sure they get out in front of Tan. Because if they don't get in front of Tan, Tan could run away from this race. Run away with this race, I mean.
I think Tan's a bit far back from that. What's the pit lane lost time now? I've completely forgotten. All yellow flags. green now. But I think Katie's had a moment because they've dropped 5 more seconds from the top 2. And now BC's right behind.
So looking here, the pit lane time loss is 17 seconds.
Yeah, okay, so it won't be.
No, they don't have to worry. About 10 at the moment.
But that also all depends on how much time Tan brings up.
Actually, never mind. I read a different thing. So from the official Formula One website, it says here pit stop time loss is 23.9 seconds, and that includes a 2.5 seconds stationary time.
Okay.
So it's close. It's
Yeah.
close.
Tan is 27 seconds behind them, so they would need to bring that down.
They don't. Top 2 don't have a race engineer to tell them how big the gap is, though.
Something else to note also is that Charlton currently has the fastest lap of the race. Not that that's super important in a practice race, but something to keep in mind pace-wise.
They've removed that from real life. The
Yeah.
point for fun.
Yeah, we have it in the league though, so it's going to be something that
Yeah,
we'll
so
try and
do we.
fight over.
Like, I don't know why they got rid of it.
I don't either. I mean, it's not. It was only 1 point. Like if it was like 6 points, I'd understand. But removing 1 point is kind of silly. I feel like drivers should be rewarded for having good pace. And speaking of good pace, guitarist, do you have the app that shows like the driver's fastest pace on track? Oh wait,
So
Beaksy does. Never mind.
yeah, so me and Beaksy have it, which we do statistics for. I also need to re-download a telemetry app. So what I'll do is I'll link it to Beaksy's telemetry,
Oh,
and it will give me the weather information live. It will give me like his tire delta live and stuff like that.
okay.
Charlton's in the pits.
Yeah, they are. I believe they should be going for the hards. I don't know why I wanted to say the softs. There's no reason to go to the softs at this point.
You say that, but Geordie is on the softs.
That is true, but Jordy's also in 10th place. So that's definitely a fastest lap at 10. When you have a chance at the lead, there's no reason to go for the softs, but it's kind of you against the world. I'm very curious about this weather, though. Like, you guys see the track darkening too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten cloudier.
Yeah, it might be a situation like what we had at Australia, where it got darker, but nothing changed. Sorry. Where is still 6 seconds for labor? Oh well, there's. I pull up the penalties and then I end up getting another one pop up as it's happening.
Beaksy's making a move on the outside, maybe a little bit wide.
Trying to get that move on
Going
Katie
for it.
I was going to say they are not having
That
it.
DRS. With the DRS, Beaksy is now in front in that Alpine.
Interesting that Beaksy went for that move there. I mean, obviously, if you're moving faster, then why wouldn't you? But you didn't really need to force that.
Yeah, Katie's pitting now.
And that's exactly why.
Ooh. Nearly does at Hamilton.
Again,
Imagine if there was a gravel trap there. Yeah, Katie looks to have been struggling for a while on these medium tires at the end of that stint.
Katie's going to get overtaken by Tan.
That hard work done earlier in the stint undone.
Once again, everybody's spaced out. There's no real battles to watch. I did see something happen at the front of the grid with the Ferrari.
That was a back marker getting out of the way.
Oh, okay. Majority on the now mediums.
We've already got lapped cars.
Yeah, this is a relatively... I mean, obviously it's a simple grid today. It's just a practice race, so obviously everybody isn't going to show up, but I feel like the people that did show up are very varying in skill. Like, I feel like Beaksy's a good middle ground. Yori, and Chalden are obviously some of the fastest, and maybe Tan too.
And Yori's in the pits. Probably for medium time.
And if there was a gravel trap, Yori would have bended it too. Does Beaksy pit now? In my opinion, they should. No, they're gonna stay out for one more. 40 says also. I don't know if I agree with that strategy call there. What do you think, RJ?
I think it's alright. I think you can get worried about the gap increasing because of the undercut. Mm-hmm. If you don't have confidence to let that gap get really big, then I'd say it's all fine. They just need to get back into DRS.
Sure, what's up?
And then this time they'll have the tire advantage.
Something to keep in mind also is after that pit stop, Yori is only 6 seconds behind them.
Or do Beaksy and Fortis still have to pit?
Yeah, they're on 15 lap old hards. Those definitely can't last to the end of the race.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised that they stayed out, because if I was on track, what is happening between Tan and Spaceboy? Is Spaceboy an AI? I don't think so. It's a little bit of bumping there, but if I was on track, especially in 40's situation behind Beaksy and oh, good move by Tan to get that overtake done. That was nice. I'm pitting there. I'm going to the mediums, and if it says it's raining, I'm going to the softs.
Yeah, Yori's in that DRS range.
Yep, and there goes Beaksy now.
I think it's all on for Yori.
I agree.
Tire advantage. They just need to get in front and create a gap.
And I almost feel like Chalden's going to be struggling by the end of the race, depending on how they manage their tires. They could definitely have some issues. Oh, Spaceboy still needs to pit too. 16 lap old hards, and they're staying out. Interesting strategy. I do like that the back of the grid has jumbled up a little bit more with everyone pitting and whatnot, so we may see a bit more battling happening as I'm looking at Dave and Gaber right now. Oh, Gaber trying to get a little switchback going on. I don't think they're going to be able to hold the outside. They might be able to. He's going to try it. Around the outside, another switchback to the inside. He's not going to get the move done. Dave's going to hold on just enough to hold to holy crap, I can't talk. Just enough to hold on into turn 7.
Ooh.
What a move. A nice move.
Oh my goodness. Oh
no. That's it.
Just not enough space there.
Not enough space coming out of turn 8. Fortunate.
Might have been a bit of understeer as well. Just made them collide. With James Bond.
Yeah, and I don't know what the heck the Mercedes is doing Lightning McQueen tactics in the middle of the track. There's no tires to warm up, so I don't know what they're doing. I think they're just slowing down Katie, seemingly. They are going to head into the pits. That was just strange. Because now Beaksy's going to get a free overtake on Katie unless they defend, which they really aren't, but Beaksy isn't super determined to get that move either. Beaksy potentially trying to throw it up the inside.
James Bond is still going.
Beaksy is going to throw it up the inside. I don't think he's going to get the move done coming out of turn 3. He is! Beaksy got the move to stick. That was a great move from Beaksy, going around the inside, the outside, all over, doing whatever they can to get the move done. That was beautiful. And also, Yori is right behind... Oh, a little bit of a moment there. Right behind Chalden. nice to see a little bit of action between a couple of drivers. Like I said, this is just a strategy-filled race, and while there's nothing wrong with that, it's still exciting to get some good battles in here, you know? I don't think Yori's going to make this move. Yeah, no. I don't even think they were fully on the gas for some of that straight away. How far? I do want to know how far BC is 16 seconds away from the leader.
I think the podium's on for Beaksy.
I do too.
Just needs to get in front of Tan.
Oh, but he still has
Get
a
that,
3-second penalty though.
That penalties.
Oh,
Plus
Beaksy! Beaksy's pace has been nice too. That is very interesting.
Do you guys think the track's still looking a bit darker than it was a little bit earlier on in the race?
Oh, absolutely. And Beaksy's going to make another move around the outside of Tan. That was so effortless.
Lovely moves.
That was beautiful. That was very effortless. But yes, guitarist, to answer your question, I absolutely think it's darker. But I'm still starting to question whether we're going to see some rain there. I don't think we will.
James Bond has chosen the softs for his finest thing.
I think that's a fastest lap attack. There's no way they're trying to go for any positions there. I think Yuri is finally going to make that move. They are going right around the inside. Fairly easy. Charlton's just going to let them through. And I think they're just working together towards the end of the race, which is exactly what I would do in this situation. Obviously, that assumes I would be in first or second place, which I would not be, but that's besides the point. Holden has picked up another penalty. I don't think that's going to affect their stand. Nah, no, it's not. I don't think so. Unless something drastic happens, which is possible. Katie has caught up to Tan now, though. Tan, having just lost that position to Beaksy in the previous lap, may end up losing another one to Katie here. Into turn one. Oh, pushing it a little close. Holding it clean around the outside. They're going to have the advantage into the next corner. No, they're not. Katie's going to back off. But I'm honestly not mad at that decision, because I do believe they could have a run heading up into turn 6. I don't think they're going to go for the dive, though. No, they won't. Holding off for now. Just keeping it close.
Yuri's trying to make that 1 second gap as well. It's nearly there, but not quite enough.
Well, good news for Yori. Jordy is going to be coming up shortly, and there is a chance that they could get the DRS from him. Oh, Katie pushing it close, almost making the move around Tan. Not quite yet. I think there is no doubt in my mind that Katie goes for an overtake on the straight, the third sector straight. There's no doubt.
They've got an insane ERS advantage.
That's if they use it, though. They haven't been. Yeah, no.
Using it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of contact. That was interesting, as Yuri's going to set the fastest lap of the race, not beating Beaksy's time by much. That might be a couple of tenths, actually. I'm going to have a look. Yeah, well, they did. They didn't beat Beaksy's time by a whole lot. Definitely a couple of tenths, about 5, I think. But Katie's gotten that move done, and now they just need to catch up to Beaksy.
Got a back marker along with them as well.
Yeah, and I think that was the back marker that was supposed to be helping out Yuri, but now Yuri's on their own. I still feel like this is anybody's race between Charlton and Yuri. But between the 5th, 4th, and 3rd, I think that's up for grabs too. I don't think Katie is too far off that they can't catch up and get it. And Although Tan does seem to be losing a little bit of time right now, I don't think they're too far off either.
And with Beaksy's penalty as well, it could be a lot easier if those two to end up gaining the position from that.
Absolutely. I believe he only has 3 seconds, though. I mean, I'm not discrediting what you said. That's still very true. But actually, with where it stands right now, Beaksy would lose that position to Katie.
Not by much.
Uh-oh,
though.
there we go. Chalden just made a move around the outside of Yuri. I wasn't even really looking, to be honest with you. And yeah, Yuri's just going to sit back there and let them go through. Yeah, these two have just been in the league their own the entire race.
Fortis is having a look on Tan.
I see it. I think they're just going to back off for now. Alright, what do they have in turn 3? Nothing. Alright, we might see another overtake attempt heading into 5 and 6. No, they're going to go for it now. 40's up, trying to go around the outside of Tanedrin. Still trying to hold around the outside. They're still there, but they're not going to get the move done. Tan is going to hold on for the time being. But that's not the end of this battle for sure. 40 is right there, holding on tight. Maybe a move into turn 9, potentially. It would be a bit dangerous, but it is possible. Do they go for the dive? No, they're not. They're going to back off for the time being. The door does open up heading into turn 10. I don't think they're going to go for anything there. They're not. And they shouldn't go for a move here either. Yeah, it's just not smart.
Wait for the straight.
Exactly. That was a wise move to back off. They should have a little bit of... Oh, they definitely have an ERS advantage. But will they use it?
Get the DRS.
For sure. Absolutely, they're going to use it. And they don't even need the DRS to get this move done. They just need to pull away. 40 getting a relatively easy overtake after a decent first... Actually, a pretty good first and second sector. Maybe their fastest of the race, I'm not sure. Oh, now Beaksy's definitely in trouble. Beaksy is in a position now where they could lose a position to 40 as well if 40 brings that time down. That is very ugly for Beaksy.
Yep, 6 seconds now.
So now Katie just needs to hold on to their position, and they'll get a free podium.
I'd be cautious about 40s behind, right? It's a battle between them take place.
Yeah. They need to work. I think 40 and 10 need to work together for sure.
Yeah, we've got less than 6 laps to go.
And the weather, the sky has cleared up, so there's definitely... Oh, no. Tan made a little bit of mistake. That's going to hurt them for sure. What happened in the back of the grid? An RB car had a yellow flag. I think it was Jordy. Not sure if anything happened there. I think they're alright. Maybe they got lapped or something? I'm not sure. Yuri once again sitting right behind Chalden. Maybe we'll see another overtake, but like I said, these two are not fighting at all. They're purely just pushing each other forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. They do have enough space that they could battle, but it's just not smart. I mean, anything can happen in a battle, even between just 2 cars. Alright, so it's pretty obvious, unless given something crazy happening. It's pretty obvious that Chalden or Yuri is going to win the race. I do think that Yuri seems to be a lot more comfortable sitting behind Chalden instead of like forcing himself into that position ahead. So I think... Oh, Dave just got a penalty in the back of the grid. But like I was saying, Yuri is much more comfortable sitting behind Chalden than actually having that first place position. So what I would ask you is, who do you think is going to win this race?
I don't know. I think Chalden's got it quite under control as well. I think Chalden seems to be driving very well, especially with this tyre disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're almost getting out of the DRS range.
Yeah.
Not quite enough. He's making Yuri have to burn a bunch of ERS on him.
Knowing
I think
Challenby as
it'll
well.
be first
Sorry.
lap.
Knowing Challenby as well, I feel like he will have the potential to maintain this position. Yuri, I don't have much of a clue on because I haven't really seen much races, but looking at the pace this race, looking at how close he's been, I feel like we might get an overtake in the last 2 laps.
We might
Yeah.
see it even sooner, depending on what Yori does here, because there was, while Guitarist was speaking, there was a little bit of a oopsie from Chaldenby in the last turn, picking up some gravel. And that brought
They
the two
both look
closer.
very conservative with the ERS.
Oh yeah,
They're
for
trying
sure.
to save it for the last lap. It's like,
Yeah, and just keep in mind, Yori was absolutely using their ERS for the past couple of laps, and they're still relatively close to each other. Percentage-wise, I mean position-wise too, but percentage-wise. A little bit of a moment from Yuri. Interestingly enough, Chalden just cannot shake that DRS range, and honestly, that might cost him a position. Will it? No, Yuri's just gonna
Yuri's
sit
sitting
behind
behind.
too.
I think Yuri wants to sit behind till the last lap.
Yeah, they're doing that intentionally for sure. Tan, on the other hand, has every opportunity to make that position if they go for it. Yeah, Charles is just gonna chill out for now. So let's have a look, or Yori, let's have a look at Tan and Space Cowboy.
I
Oh,
think this will be an easy move for Tan
most
on
definitely.
soft time.
Especially after that little moment. Yeah, Cowboy isn't even trying to defend that position, and I don't blame him, to be honest with you. Tan going around the outside. It is going to work. It didn't look like it would for a second. I apologize for the camera work. It wasn't very good. But, and obviously Tan didn't really need to go for that move, because now they're going to have to defend. And I don't think they're going to be able to, no. Mercedes just got it right back using all that ERS to get that position done. I think Tan is on up the inside again.
That extra grip, very handy. Oh,
That
contact
was...
and Tan's been spun out by baseball.
My goodness.
Not a great move.
I'm not mad at the overtake attempts that I saw there.
No, the overtake attempt was good. The overtake attempt was good there. Except Space Boy just understeering into Tan's side.
Yeah, I don't think it was dirty defending. I think it was accidental.
Yeah, I think that's rather that someone is at fault.
Oh! Dave and Gabe are going at it. Dave getting pushed all the way off the track. Zero space. What negative space even. As they head into turn 7. Still trying to hold it around the outside. Not going to get it to work the way they wanted to.
I know James Bond has a license to kill, but god damn.
I think he took his license a little bit too seriously. Although Candace caught all the way back up to Space Boy again, and they're going to go for an immediate dive up the inside. But just keep in mind that this is almost identical to what happened on the previous lap, and Space Cowboy got the position right back. Seemingly there was an incident between Jordy, or I apologize, Jordy had a little incident on their own. And are we going to see? Are we going to see a similar incident?
Still going out it.
Yeah.
In this corner of EDM.
They left each other space this time, at least. But they still have to deal with the beast that is turn 6. Jordy's starting to maybe back off. No, they're going to keep it on the inside. Space Cowboy does have the advantage in this next corner.
I think
still side by side.
I felt like Tan could have took that corner a bit faster. And, didn't have to leave it as that much space as Space Boy has a mega slide.
But now, as we enter the final lap, Yori and Sheldon finally are going to start to fight a little bit. I don't
Yori
think
has more ERS.
Oh, by a decent amount too. Beaksy's just pitted. On the final lap of the race, Beaksy's pitted. I don't know what that's about. Potentially some wing damage, I'm not sure, but Yori has 2 more sectors to get that move done.
They wouldn't even get fastest lap, but even if they went to softs, that's very weird. That had no strategic purpose.
And with them going across the timing line into the pit, so the lap will just be too slow.
Yep. Good choice from Beaksy.
Good choice from Beaksy. Oh! A little bit of a moment from Sheldon. I hope that didn't give Yori wing damage, but
all of them using ERS. All of it on the straight.
Oh, and Sheldon's almost out
of... with the DRS.
Sheldon's running out of fuel.
Easily making it.
And honestly, a little bit of a lockup from Yori, but I still think Yori is just going to go ahead and win this race. Oh, Sheldon wins it! Oh, is there no damage? There has to be.
Is there no damage?
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way there's damage. That definitely should have picked up some damage. But congratulations to Yori beating Sheldon after a long, hard fought battle. I just ruined the entire... Thank goodness this isn't the actual elite race and this is just practice, because my goodness. Cowboy and Tan are still going at it. Kitty Kate taking home 3rd after everything that went on. Beaksy is still going to get 5th after all that. Well deserved in my opinion.
No, they're going to get 6th. Because Tan's right behind them and they've got penalty.
Tan is behind by like 15 seconds though. Beaksy only has a 6-second penalty. Like,
oh, I didn't know. I mean, that was my fault. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It's all good. What? That's going to round out the final grid because these guys are going to finish the race, but their positions aren't going to change. So, congratulations to Laura. My goodness. We're going to act like the other takes didn't happen. Congratulations to Yori after a hard-fought battle.
Tim McLaren's on the podium.
That was a great race. Very heavy on the strategy.
Oh, James Bond taking it wide. Across the finish line.
Wonder who gets driver. It's probably Tan, right? Oh, it's Gabor. It's interesting. James Bond. Oh, no. I just can't read. I don't know what... I was spectating Gabor. That wasn't the driver of the day. Yeah, give me a break. I'm tired. I got off a shift 2 hours ago. Anyway. Oh, and Yori ended up getting the fastest lap, too. So driver of the day, winner, and fastest lap all in one. That's a heck of a package to bring in.
And pole position.
And pole position. My goodness.
Triple whammy.
That was a fantastic race. Especially for just a practice one, too.
Hopefully we get a lot more battles when we start next week. And as well, should be more drivers on the grid. I will let you guys know exactly how many just before lobby starts again, like I did today.
Okay.
I'll try and get more information over to you as well with whatever happens. So,
alrighty.
For those watching the stream, our next race, well, our first race of the season is Melbourne next Friday at 7:30 UK time. Would like to see you all there. If you can't make it, obviously it's fine. Do you guys have any words before we end stream?
It's good. It was a good race. I'm excited to see the racing throughout this season. So
Me too.
I'm quite happy.
I can't wait for Joe and Dr. Bard to show up, especially.
Mm.
Dr. Bard actually won the championship in our league last season, so I'm very curious to see how he'll do over here and how he'll compare against Yori.
I did give you guys a little shout out in the chat.
I saw that. Thank you.
No problem. And thank you guys for joining and commentating. It's been a pleasure to have you, and can't wait to see you next week.
Absolutely. Oh, do you want me to just go ahead and end the stream then?
You can do, yeah.
All right. Everyone take care. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to Yori. And we will see you next Friday.